So that is my slide. And in the lectures we've done so far, I think this is the 12th lecture. We've treated sentence structure, we've treated vocabulary development 1, vocabulary development 2. We've done identifying question types. Main body, but I'm going to re-emphasize main body today of a narrative essay, and then possibly, if you are done with that, we'll go into the slight difference between narrative and arguments, presenting a position on issue. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Okay, I want to slow down a bit. Is everyone really catching up? It's like uh, some people are, what do I call it now? Some people are not are cutting off. I want to see, is it network or what is the challenge with those people? Because I don't want to be, yes, some people are coming on and off. Okay, so I would take us back a bit into how to write. Then I will go into writing main body once again, because I did it the last time, but most of us could not participate in the writing of the main body. Okay, let's see now. This was introduced. This was the question. The planet's shortage of resources like water, food, and fuel. To what consequence may overpopulation lead? That's question 1. And in your opinion, what measures can be taken to fight overpopulation? And I said in your introduction, you need to read this how to write introduction. Let me find my cursor to annotate, so that I said you need to rephrase the question statement. You need to highlight your discussion points. Yes, in your introduction. And I said when you have 2 issues to discuss, you can use your discretion to just start with one and not introduce both, but you can decide to introduce both. Okay, this was the sample introduction I gave on that. I want you to look at it, because this afternoon or this evening, I will be encouraging you to write introduction. Yes. Then I will write main body. I will write my own introduction. Yes. Then you write your introduction. While in class, I will write, you write your own, you send, I will compare. Somebody has one that maybe appealed, I will use that one to start off my main body. If not, I will start mine. Okay, so this is how the world's population is facing serious challenge as the means of human sustenance, such as water, food, and fuel, are so much in short supply compared to with the growing number or growing human population. This unsustainable growth in human population can have damaging consequences, such as food crisis as well as war. However, the shortage in resources to sustain human existence can be tackled through the improved farming and production system. In addition, to legislating on childbirth. I think childbirth should be singular word. Sorry about that. I just childbirth. Okay, so those were the things I actually talked about the last time, about the introduction. That is, you need to rephrase the question, okay? And then you need to highlight your discussion points for the introduction. So this is a sample question. I know most of us have done, those who are in the physical class, possibly we've done this question, okay? But now, this is it is the time to have a recap. Some people have not done it before. Some film companies spend millions of dollars on the production of a single movie. Okay, the question is asking you, is it necessary to spend a lot of money to make good movie? What factors contribute to the success of a movie? Okay, you have two issues to tackle. The person is asking, is it necessary? That is, you are going to say if it is necessary or not. So you are going to justify what position you take. And the next one is saying what factors contributes. So now I'll be giving you just, it said give reasons for your answer and include relevant examples. I'll be giving you like 5 minutes to write your own introduction. Okay. So this is 9:11. By 9:16, those in class, I'll be expecting your introduction. Yes, just the way we normally do it. I'll go over it and then make comments. Then I'll go to the main body. I don't want to write introduction again. It's about the fourth lecture I've written introduction. So please write an introduction and send. The person using Infinite Notes 5, you raise your hand. Please, can you send a chat? I will see the chat. I don't want to interrupt the class. I think some people are just having issues with joining the class. The network keep going on and off, but we need to continue. They will actually see it on YouTube later. Okay, someone sent a message. Let me check. Okay, if you are just joining class today, I have given an insight in the introduction. I will still go over it. Yes, if you are just joining the class, please don't give yourself a headache about that. Please just watch when others write. I'm going to still deliberate on the introduction once again. I just gave a brief introduction about the introduction or give a brief background on what we've done for the past lectures. Okay, I'm expecting those who are participating to write a sample introduction and send so that I can, those who are joining for the first time, just, or maybe you've not encountered our introduction or you don't get it, just hold on, I will still go over it because now I want us to be writing essay together. I'll be making comments. Yes. Okay, I've not seen any. If I wait 2 more minutes, I'm just going to start my. Assume nobody actually participated. In the next 2 minutes thereabouts, or no one is participating, it's a nice opportunity because we are just actually very few in class. A lot of people didn't join up. And then that will have been an opportunity for those who have been attending class before for me to access your work. But nevertheless, in the next 2 minutes, I will start writing my own introduction. Okay, okay, this is a minute before the time that I will write my own introduction. The thing is that if you look right, you have to practice. Because today's lecture start with a practice. So it's 9:19 on the dot, and this is about 9 minutes after I've given the assignment. Okay, you wrote a statement. Okay, what I actually recommended when you are writing introduction is here. I say you need to refresh the question. Um, this is the question statement. You need to let's start my own now. A number of movie production firms, okay, invest huge capital in movie in movie production, in a movie production. Okay, a number of movie production firms invest. I said investing. Huge capital in a movie production or in movie production. Okay, so that is a rephrase of the question. So I can translate from there. I have actually translated this introductory in my own words. Firms invest huge capital in, I don't want to use movie 2 times, in film production. Okay, these uh, expenditure or this high expenditure on a single okay thing or is okay becomes necessary or is necessary because finance plays a huge role in the success of a film. Okay, or in the success of a film. Uh, if I want to categorize now in the aspect of quality, reception from audience and critics, okay, as, as contributes significantly to, okay, commercial success. Okay, so you can see I have started, I said this high expenditure on a single film becomes necessary because finance plays a huge role in the success of a film in the aspect of quality, reception from audience and critics, okay, as well as contribute significantly to commercial success. Okay, so you can see the first thing I did. This is part of the introduction. I said you can uh, decide to include both or in the introduction, or you include just one issue in the introduction. If you are limited in word choice, you can decide not to, because immediately you start putting it in introduction, you need to find a way of flipping how you present it when you start talking about it in the next paragraph. So let me just make it as short as that. So the first statement, actually, sorry, the first statement was a rephrase of what do I call it now, of the question statement, which is in red. And the second one was an introduction to this part. This high expenditure on a single film become necessary because finance plays a huge role in the success of a film. Okay, in the aspect of quality, okay, reception from audience and critics, as well as contribute significantly to commercial success, okay, of a movie. So that's introduction. So I said I am supporting the fact that they are spending huge capital, and I'm justifying why they spend such huge capital. So the next paragraph is the main body. So this is how to write the introduction. None of us actually wrote today. I am this. Okay, somebody's own came. I will paste it. I will paste it, and I will make comments because uh, it's just good. Okay, millions of dollars. Okay, let me correct this capitalization. Is being spent on a single film production, and this is unnecessary as it is a waste of resources. Okay, however, there are some components guaranteeing the success, guaranteeing, you didn't put EE, guaranteeing the success full outcome of a movie, and this will be elaborated in this essay. I have categorically stated that I do not favor this type of response. Maybe you were short for time. You need to put forward the points to be discussed. I do not really like, especially when it says in this essay, you are actually writing an essay. Okay, I will prefer you go through this way. You mentioned don't explain. It is in the next paragraph that you will explain. Okay, now, but I appreciate the fact that you are giving it a try because you need to. You need to. Let me help you. Uh, let me help you rephrase this introduction. Though my idea is not the most important. Okay, is being spent on a single film production, and this is unnecessary. Okay, as it is a waste of resources. Okay, okay, because finance uh, is not a factor in film, okay, production. Okay, so uh, the uh, the success components of a film are maybe majorly the cast, uh, the movie producer, and also the skillfulness. You don't need to pick my point, of the script writer. Okay, script writer, I think this is one word. Okay, so that is it. And the skillfulness of the script writer. So the success components of a film are of a of a okay of a film are majorly okay the cast, the movie producer, and also the skillfulness of the script writer. Okay, okay, so I will, because I want you to mention, you might not, that might not be what you want to write. The person who is asking me that I give an elaboration on writing an introduction, I hope this is a bit clear now. Okay, yes, I want to see your response. Is it clear now about how to go about your introduction? Because I want to go into the main body. Okay, someone is complaining about the network. I am really sorry about that. I think you will get to watch it later. Okay, I don't know why we're feeling class tonight. A lot of people should be joining for the writing, but it's like we are actually growing weary, but that's not a problem. Okay, so that's the way to go about your introduction. So let's go into the main body. So I'm going to form another this thing. I'm going to highlight what is needed in the main body now. Okay. 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 So in the main body, and I said it, you need to have at least 2 paragraph discussion. Even if it is one issue you are discussing, you need to have at least 2 paragraphs. But if since you have 2 issues here, you can discuss each issue in a separate paragraph. So the component of a main body is idea statement or main idea. Yes, that is, you're going to state your idea, then discuss or illustrate your idea, then possibly validate your idea. Some people say example because sometimes your validation might not be an example. Okay, idea statement. Uh, so that's the first thing you need to do. Okay. Uh, So I want to say, write my main body now. Okay, money, the say, makes the world go round, and this is actually applicable to film production. Okay, uh, finance. Okay, so that's my idea. Money, the same, makes the world go round, and this actually this is actually applicable to film production. You can see I make more like a figurative or idiomatic statement, then I'm trying to explain now. This is my main idea. What I'm trying to say is money is very, very important. And the same way it is important to film production. Okay, finance plays a huge or a critical role in the success of a film. Okay, most especially in recent. If I can mention any, like I don't need to be a pro, like camera, okay, sound equipment, and okay, possibly anything, camera, sound equipment, stage setup. I'm just saying something. Okay, increasingly, okay, due to the technological investment, okay, in these gadgets. Okay, I said, let me read. Finance plays a critical role in the success of a film, most especially in recent times, as production gadgets or movie production gadgets like cameras, sound equipment, and stage setups are increasingly money consuming due to the technological investment in these gadgets. Okay, you can see now. Okay, so also um, because three issues that I mentioned in the introduction are quality. Okay, so and I said reception to the audience. Okay, so now I want to emphasize that I can't lose sight of the fact that quality. I didn't really mention equipment. Uh, okay, let me just continue. Also, I know where to use the quality to tie the whole thing up. Also, okay, what other factor did I mention? Okay, also movie cast. Okay, also let me just say pull audience, okay, to the cinema are expensive catch. Okay, okay, all what is it? What do I want to say again? That a movie, okay, so that is it. Also, reputable movie casts that pull audience to the cinemas are expensive casts. Okay, all these factors, okay, contributes significantly, okay, to the quality of a film. Okay, as okay, because production equipment determines, okay, quality of output. Okay, while renowned, okay, renowned actors and actress who are able to interpret a story, okay, help, okay, crowd, okay, okay, sorry, I've used full crowd, help attract large audience, okay, which invariably contributes or which invariably determine the commercial success of any movie. Okay, you can, my discussion from the beginning, money, they say, makes the world go round, and this is actually applicable to film production. Okay, finance plays a crucial role in the success of a film, most especially in recent times as production gadgets like cameras, equipment, and stage setups are increasingly money consuming due to the technological investment in these gadgets. Also, reputable movie casts that pull audience to the cinema are expensive catch. All these factors contributes, it is singular, plural, significantly to the quality of the film because and actresses who are able to interpret a story, okay, maybe properly, help attract large audience, which invariably determine the commercial success of any movie. Okay, you can see I discussed the issues. I started with the idea. Please, if you are still following, I started with the idea, then I did not deviate from the issue of why money was important because my own side of the story is that money was important, and I started justifying why money was crucial in a film production or why a company will go to a large extent to spending huge money. I said finance plays a critical role in the success of sound equipment and all these factors contribute significantly to the quality of a film because production equipment determine quality of output, while renowned actors and actresses who are able to interpret a story properly help attract large audience, which invariably determine the commercial success of any movie. Okay, so that is my justification. And that is my discussion. I actually did not validate. I can validate, I can your explanatory as possible. You might not validate, but you might also validate. Okay, and say blockbuster movies. Okay, like what blockbuster movie do you know? You can just put any. Let me. I'm not a movie person, but I'm going to. I'm going to cook up one now. Maybe blockbuster movie. What what's this action movie? I'm trying to collect. Okay, let me just say one. Like Forrest Gump. Somebody is saying something. Black Panther. Actually, it was Black Panther I actually wanted to mention. Like Black Panther. Thank you. I just got stranded. Okay. Like Black Panther, I think is it Panther? Uh, got huge money, and those expenses went uh, went production went into production, and highly talented cast who were responsible. I don't need to be right for making the film a commercial success. Okay, can you see now? So I have actually validated. Yeah, this is how to validate. It can be an example, it can be quotation of statistics. I say blockbuster movies. Okay, I mentioned two. And I wanted to, yeah, let me mention one. Forrest Gump. I don't need to be right. Okay, Gump. Okay, huge. Okay, I say money, monies, and those expenses went into highly talented casts. Uh, okay, and those highly into production. I want to put the two together, and highly talented cast who were responsible for making the film a commercial success. Okay, I don't want to, because I'm mentioning two entities, all, okay, with all contributing, I want to, with all contributing to the appeal and commercial, to the appeal and the film's, let me twist it, commercial success. Okay, so this is how to write a paragraph. Number one, your idea, then you narrate. Narrate, don't just bringing up an idea uh, might not, it's not as sacrosanct as explaining your idea in good English, you can see, and then validating. All these are able to help you to explain yourself. Don't just put up your idea, you explain your idea. So from here, now, for those who are just joining, I don't want you to be dismayed. Uh, that's not the spelling of sacrosanct. I will spell it. Okay. I said your idea are not as sacrosanct. I hope I'm able to get it right. The system will correct me because I normally say sanct. Okay, sacrosanct. I hope I got it. If I don't get it, please check the dictionary. Ideas are not as sacrosanct as sacred or important. I was trying to say it's not as important. You, I mentioned equipment with quality. I linked it also with commercial success, but because those were, if you want to discuss it separately, money is a crucial factor in determining the quality of the film. Production, such as this and this, makes movie qualitative. Also, money is equally important in making a commercial success. You don't need to weave it as complex as mine. Weave it as simple as you can narrate. Yes, leave it as simple as you can narrate. Now, I want you to do something because for those who are just joining, I know that you might be wondering, I have taken people sentence structure, how to present your idea, and you will see those who have been in the class before. What I mean by sentence structure is that you must present your idea in a logical fashion. You don't disconnect the information. You can see I emphasize money, 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 money throughout in different ways. Okay, because money was the crucial thing we were discussing, and I'm justifying why money was actually important in the production of a film. Okay, now I'm going to leave you to the second aspect. I want you to write your own paragraph. I have explained now because there is no two way about it. I want you to write your own paragraph, and your paragraph will be about what factors contribute to this. I have accepted that money, I have linked it with success. So you can write which other factor you consider that are crucial to the success of a film. Let me bring the question beside my own explanation because I will be leaving the screen for like a minute. I want to repair something. Yes, but the screen will be still be there. It won't go off. So just write. So I have attended to this part that are labeled in red because I have written the introduction and I've written the main body that attend to the second part. I want you to now write a paragraph for this. What factors contribute to the success? I'll be giving you 10 minutes for that. I think people didn't contribute to the other time because they felt time was short. So by 10 o'clock, we'll start rephrasing what you have written, correction and things like that. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I hope we will all be able to contribute, especially and the vocabulary that will help you write a good essay. Every week, I normally send some very, very fantastic journals from top schools, Harvard, Yale's, uh, to students online and in physical class and paid class. Those who are not in paid class too, you could use those sites, read, upgrade your expressions, vocabulary, uh, different aspects of your essay. And when I was teaching the vocabulary, I emphasized on those aspects the IELTS examiners will be looking at. Okay, so when we'll conclude this session, maybe by next Thursday, though we'll write arguments. Some people find narrative easy, some find arguments hard, or vice versa. So this is just the basic foundation you need to know how to write introduction, know how to write the main body. Then we'll present how to write your arguments. Then we will start all over again, another season, because by that time, I think we will have been able to conclude, maybe start listening again, because we are about concluding reading, which is normally on Tuesdays. I mean, conclude for this season, we will start another season. Yes. Okay, 4 more minutes. I'm expecting at least that will participate in this one since I've given a refresher. Someone has sent one of, I'm going to paste it on another page, but I will still leave this page on for those who are still writing. Somebody has sent one and I've posted it. This is encouraging to me. Okay, this is 10. Liberty 1 or 2 minutes. If not, I will be commenting on the person's essay, a paragraphing, and things like that. Please participate and practice. Okay, I have seen another one. Well, most of us are actually writing short paragraph, but I don't know, maybe the time, but under exam condition, bet me you need to be fast. That's why I said 10 minutes was actually enough. Uh, okay, we'll be deliberating on the ones that has been sent to me. Now, I won't wait further. So I will start from the first person. I actually like the point the person raised, though I'm going to comment. Uh, I will be commenting on the first person that sent his task. Yes, first, then others. I love the point the person raised. Uh, Movie success are largely depend. Okay, is either you use largely depends or are largely dependent, because you use the word largely, are dependent or largely dependent on the director's skill and the location. Okay, the director's vast. I would say vast. Yeah, somebody is vast too. Vast experience on the job, coupled with his ability to choose what class location for the production, okay, contributes a lot to the marketability of the movie. Fine. You made one explanation. I want you to make more. I love this point. Okay. Somebody who like using admittedly. I want to use admittedly so that you can see admittedly. Uh, Money plays a huge role in film success, but there are other equally okay important uh, factors or more important success factors, okay, among which are the mm, knowledge and competence of the movie director, okay, and also, okay, what other thing do I want to mention? Uh, I said, and um, let me say, skilled finesse. of the script writer. Okay, the director, okay, of a film holds, okay, holds the ace, okay, to coordinating both the crew and the production, okay, and the dexterity displayed in managing these diverse group of people, often determine the outcome. Okay, so let me now say films like Fly Whale from, okay, by the Kendrick. I didn't get the name well, but that doesn't matter. Brothers was a success. Uh, Despite low budget, because of the uh, vast knowledge of the director of the movie, okay, Alex Kendrick, okay, who effectively and efficiently inexperienced crew and cast, uh, deploying second-hand gadgets, even okay in the process. You can see that I'm explaining. You need to be able to tell not as long as mine or as elongated as mine. Or say, I say, admittedly, money plays a huge role in film success, but there are other equally important success factors, okay, among which are the knowledge and competence of the movie director and also the skillfulness, okay, of the script writer. The director of a film holds the ace to coordinating both the and the cast in any film production, and the dexterity displayed in managing this diverse group of people often determine the outcome of a film. Film like Flywheel by the Kendrick brothers was a success best despite low budget because of the vast knowledge of the director of the movie who effectively and efficiently mobilized, okay, an inexperienced cast and crew, deploying second-hand gadgets in the process. Okay, so I am emphasizing the importance of a movie director now. So I narrated and I validated, okay, in like manners, okay, a script writer. I want to make this one short because I've made a long who weaves a good narrative that connects with the audience is okay is crucial to the okay to the success of a movie. Okay, can you see now? I have made that one short because I don't want to elaborate. So I actually wrote this one because I just have an affinity for the explanation this person gave, and I want to comment on. Sorry, there is a noise in my background. I just want to silence it. Okay, sorry, because I know it's going to affect the audience. Okay, so that is it. You can see now, I have admittedly money plays a huge role in film success, but there are other equally important success factors, among which are the knowledge and competence of the movie director and also the skillfulness of the scriptwriter. Okay, so you saw I explained the skillfulness. Okay, that's what I want you to do. You just made your point here. You didn't really explain. Okay, this person say, as the saying goes, what you know to do, you know to do. And skill is significant uh, in our modern day society. Okay, this should have been a full stop because we are trying to transit to mention an example. Jim Hanks, a famous English actor who is endowed with great talent. Okay, he captivates his audience by tactical innovation. There are a lot of gaps in your explanation. You are trying to say, emphasize, okay, endow, okay, and he captivates, okay, fine, his audience by tactical innovation, okay, but you have not linked it to film properly, okay, how he makes film with this talent. Yes, you mentioned example, skill is important, or skill of the actor. You didn't properly conceive, even if I didn't even accept this your illustration. So the skill set actors, okay, of an actor of actors in a movie, okay, okay, contributes notably or significant. Let me use significantly again. You can change the other one. And lead to movie success or acceptability, whatever you want to say. Okay, Jim. Okay, then you now go into your example. You need to properly state what you meant. Okay, and skill is significant factor in movie production. Okay, so you wanted to mention, I would like love you to say, okay, then you mention this, then you link it back to the film. Okay, um, is act and tact. Okay, has made him famous in the movie industry, and he has used this to further. Okay, the even I don't want to use success again. The cause of, okay, many film uh, film production. Okay, so explain, explain. Okay, that is it. You can't just leave the idea like that without explanation. Okay, so you see, and if you are struggling to narrate, please go back and start studying your vocabulary development. That is, I send journals to you. You need to read to be able to narrate experiences. You need to be able to narrate issues, explain issues. I think most of us that sent this afternoon or the evening are struggling with narration. This is the third one. Admittedly, you are admitting to something when you say admittedly. One of the factors responsible for the success of a movie is casting a popular actor or actress that is loved by the audience. Fantastic. Featuring a famous character plays a vital role towards tremendous success of the movie in that it helps acquire people's attention span towards seeing the movie. I do not understand this. Attention span means people's concentration. So maybe attracts people to seeing the movie. Yes, attract people, okay, acquire people's attention to go see the movie. Span, okay, that these people are going to stay long. So that's why I say I don't really understand this aspect. Now, since you wrote this paragraph, what I wanted you to do, this was a good narrative. I would have loved you to cite an example so as to extend and expound your this thing. Okay, popular films like Lash and Dash was a success or attracted a large audience because you said it makes them attract audience because of so cast. So I would have loved you featuring famous character. Please, okay. Uh, Let me say, okay. So that's what. So I won't put it. Go and put it yourself, so that just had a validation. That is, cite an example of a particular film that the character has promoted, or some film, maybe a character or more characters are promoted because of their action. That's what I want you to do. Let me just give an example. Okay, I'm not a film person, that's why I'm struggling. You know, you will struggle with some topic, but I will struggle with the idea. For famous film production like Fast and Furious. Okay, okay, this is one that in Hall, it's a series. Okay, have been made popular. Okay, by uh, Vin Diesel. I don't even know how to spell his name very well, but that's not the most important thing. Okay, who is a very notable film franchise in Hollywood. Okay, so you see now, famous production like Fast been made popular by Vin Diesel, who is a very notable film franchise in Hollywood. So what we have learned today, those of you who did not contribute, next class, please be ready to contribute, because those who have contributed today, okay, you said you cited example. Maybe you first of all posted it, then okay, you cited actually, but maybe I didn't copy all from the beginning. Sorry about that. Actually, she cited example. Okay, that was good. Maybe I didn't copy all from the beginning. This was what she wrote. Okay, I think you wrote it 2 times. That's why I didn't cite it the first time. So, for example, Brad Pitt starring in a film Cambodian, the success of the film to a great extent. You corrected my spelling of Kendrick. I can be forgiven for spelling wrongly a name. It is English word that I can't mistake. I can't spell wrongly. Okay, for example, Brad Pitt starring in a film Cambodian. Okay, this is the grammar you learned in class yesterday. Fantastic. Okay, that's good. So that is it about writing a theme. I said writing a theme. Writing an essay. This afternoon, this evening is actually talked about writing introduction, and I'm just inspired today because some days I'm not just in the mood. I wrote introduction, I wrote body one, I wrote body two, though I was inspired by this person's idea. Then the next time in class, next Thursday, I'm going to be writing the conclusion. We will be writing conclusion, and then we will try to write an essay in class, maybe start introduction again so that we will be participating. Okay, so that is it for tonight. And please don't forget when you are writing your introduction, the main thing, rephrase the question, statement, highlight your discussion point, come to your paragraph one, elaborate issue one, paragraph two, elaborate issue two. Then we will do I'm trying to find a day, maybe after this season, there will be a day where we're going to need. If you've not been practicing, you would not know challenges you will face. Because somebody was telling me today, he said, okay, I went to write the exam today, it was easy. Reading aspect, the person has been Navi, he said, I finished 10 minutes before time. The techniques are about how to spare time actually work for the person. So the only thing is that I hope the person was as accurate as possible, as accurate as fast as she was. So good night, everyone. So hoping we catch up again next week Tuesday for the reading class, yes, and Thursday for the conclusion on writing, yes, an essay. So bye for now.